Welcome to a new day. I want to start the video somewhere else because the last couple of videos I started in the hallway, but I am going back into the hallway. I feel like I've been there for a whole week or something, but I am going to try, like we said yesterday, I'm going to try to get the sticky tape off. And we've had these suggestions, so thank you so much to these people for suggesting how to clean this, because I'm going to try it out. The options are a blow dryer, oil, and then WD-40, which is also kind of an oil. And then the other option was acetone, where we don't have that. So yeah, I can't use it. And I have already tried alcohol. We have this one. Don't know if it's gonna focus. We have this one. I have tried that one. That didn't work. And then I also tried a couple different cleaners and they didn't work either. So I hope this is gonna work. And I will do a little piece at a time and then see what works best. I have made myself a tea. The lemon ginger manuka honey tea, which I absolutely love. I discovered that one when we were moving actually. We were going to McDonald's a lot and they have this tea there. So I discovered it at McDonald's and then we bought it for at home because I love it that much. But I am also kind of feeling a scratchy throat and a runny nose. So I am trying to take it easy and drink a lot of tea as well. But I am feeling good enough to try and clean that. And I think I might also do the second coat of the doorways. Let's get you on a tripod and get to work. So we are going to be back in this hallway today. Hopefully soon. I mean, if I finish this and do the doorways, and I also wanted to see if I can get that out. But then I have to change. I don't really want to change clothes today. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do the tape and then think of something else to do. Because I do have a lot of other things in my mind that I want to do. So I might think of something else. But we'll do the tape first, okay? And I did force Nathan to go lay in bed because he was not feeling up to it today. So that's where he is. Hopefully he will feel better after some sleep. Because we both slept horrible again last night. And that doesn't really help when you don't feel the best. So I also need to find some time to cut hair because like the ends of my hair are getting a little rough. So I kind of need to cut my own hair and then Nathan's hair as well. So we need to find some time for that. But you will see when, because you will see Nathan's hair. That will be different. I don't think you're going to notice on my hair because I just cut that much off. That is a very close-up of my face, I feel like. I do have the screen flipped because I noticed on some clips my face was not like in focus. So I am trying to be better at that and check. But that means I'm looking at the lens as much. So I need to like check. Okay, let's see. Let's try this first. The sunflower oil. Let's try oil first. Because I think that's the least, I don't know, this is the most natural, I feel like, option. It's not as sticky. Maybe? Maybe on the scouring pad thing? But now I have a lot of oil on my door. Kind of. I don't know, let's try the WD-40. I think it is a little bit better though. How does that go? I don't like the smell of WD-40. It's a stinky smell to me. I feel like it's doing nothing. Maybe a little bit. But similar. I think that both oils are similar. Which makes sense because they are oils, but I don't know. So maybe a combination of things. I'll leave this oil on there. And then I'll put the blow dryer on it. See if that helps any. This has multiple... That's noisy. This one has a couple different settings, so I'm just gonna do the medium temperature. Is that hard enough? Maybe just helps. I think that worked pretty well. Can you still see it? I mean, you can see a little bit here. But I think if I degrease this, because it's also now greasy because of the oil, but if I degrease this, I think it will be able to paint over, which is great. So, thank you to the people in the comments, that's very helpful. I figured out something to do that is a lot less intense than painting and picking out that piece of the door. I'm gonna do some crocheting. I really want to make some baskets. So I'm gonna see if I can teach myself to do that. So let's hop on the couch, get my crochet stuff, and just crochet for the afternoon. I think that will be a lot better for me than doing something too active. We woke up this morning with a fox in our back garden, so we will insert some footage here. It's just the cutest little thing. I keep saying foxes are cute, but they are not cute animals. They are just cute and fluffy looking. This one was just walking along our backyard. I grabbed some supplies. Let's see how long it takes Pixel to be here, because I'm working with yarn. I have a couple different things. My notebook that I just write the pattern in, so only I can understand basically. My phone, so I can look up the pattern. My pouch that I made myself with all the crochet hooks in there. And then I grabbed actually 3 different types of cotton yarn. I didn't know these were all different. I thought they were the same. But this one needs a 3 or 3.5 hook. And it is 170 meters. This one needs a 2.5 to 3.5 hook. And it's 125 meters. And then this one needs 3.5 to 4 hook, and it's 100 meters. I thought this would all be the same. And then I grabbed some macrame yarn, which might be better, sturdier for a basket. Let me look up what I want to make so it makes a bit more sense for you. Okay, so it's basically this. A basket similar to this. She's making it with scraps, but I'm doing this. I want to make a basket like this. I'm not sure if she makes it only with yarn. I think this is only scrap yarn. Oh, she uses 3 yarns at the same time. That makes it thicker. I could do that too. I could do multiple yarns. And then maybe you can use a bigger hook? I think I'll just try with one type of yarn first and just see what happens. Oh, she's watching Friends. I could just see from like 1 or 2 frames that she was watching Friends. Yeah, so I want to try if I can make that somehow. Does someone do a tutorial? Crochet basket full tutorial. And she also uses 2 threads. Okay, so I'm gonna be following this tutorial if you want to know what I'm doing. Can you see her name? Maybe. She makes some fun stuff. Ooh, that's a pretty sweater. I really want to make some cardigans and sweaters, but they're just a bit too intimidating to me. I've just mainly been loving granny squares because they are just a small little project to do, and then so I am trying to make another pouch like this, but with these, and I have the ends to weave in still. But this is something I don't like to do, weave in ends. So maybe a cardigan. You don't have to weave in as much ends as with granny squares. So I already did 6 granny squares, and then I put them on my pin board to block them, like sort of. There's a lot of terms with crochet. I feel like these are called skeins? Skeins? I don't know what the right pronunciation is because I always watch TikTok without sound. So I don't really know the right pronunciation. Of something sometimes. And then you block them, so now it looks a bit weird. And then you block them so they look better. They are more straight when you block them. And you basically pin them and then wait, or you can steam them or soak them in water, but it also depends on the kind of yarn you use. So it's a whole science, this crochet stuff. And then let's see what I have here. My tiny scissors, and then I have a whole assortment of crochet needles, which these 3 I bought myself for my birthday. They were a present. And then these are part of a set that used to be my mom's, and I feel like my grandma's before that. So that's kind of fun. And then I have some needles to weave in ends as well. Okay, I have a lot of supplies. Let's see if I can figure out how to do a basket. I will try with this one first. This is also yarn that my mom had. She had, I feel like she wanted to crochet like a baby blanket or something, or maybe some like baby doll clothes. I feel like she bought a lot of yarn to do something like that for my little niece when she was born, but then she had something happened with her being sick, and there was something in her shoulder, so her nerve got pinched, and then she lost so she lost a lot of function in her hand, so she wasn't able to do that anymore. So, but now I'm gonna use it, so it's still getting used, but for something else. Let's see if I can do a basket. Okay, I always watch the video first, and then I write it all down, and then I don't have to keep repeating the video. But, I mean I do, but only when I don't know what I wrote. I do need to look the video again. So I will just watch this video, write it down, and then get back to you. So if you want the pattern, this is it. I don't know if you can even read this because my handwriting sucks. But just pause the video if you want the pattern in my words. It is going to be a basket like that. Probably with this yarn it's going to be like that big and that high. But it's a good place to start. Because she is using a lot thicker yarn and I think a lot more sturdy yarn. So I'm just going to try and see what happens if I use this. Or maybe this. Because this might be more sturdy. But I'm going to try with this one first. Wish me luck. I got this far until, where is she? Until this one showed up. Hello. Do you want some yarn? You can sit on the couch and watch me. That's okay. It is 3 hours later, and this is what I made. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit higher, but this is how far I got. But actually, I think it's a really good little basket. The picture that I showed you of the tutorial that I followed, it was like this big, but that was a lot different yarn. And this one now fits a roll of tape perfectly. Like that. And it fits perfectly, so this is gonna be my tape basket maybe. Pixel is looking at me from there. Do you agree? Yeah? Okay, Pixel agrees. It's gonna be a tape basket. And now it's time to clean all this up and go start on dinner. It is a bit floppy, but I have seen people use starch to make it more sturdy. I don't know, I'm probably not gonna do that, but it also depends on the yarn. But I do want to try and see if that makes it more sturdy and bigger, because it's a tiny basket. And I already used too many rows here and too many rows there. So it should have been even smaller if I used the amount of stitches in my tutorial. Okay, time to clean up and start dinner. I think it's just going to be an easy tortellini with an egg and some frozen peas. Something very quick and easy. That light makes me look a bit funny. Okay, it is after dinner. We did dishes and everything. This is still how far I am. It does perfectly fit one little ball of yarn, which is quite cute. But my hand hurts. I couldn't feel the tip of my finger after doing that for 3 hours. So I think I will leave it there and finish it another time. I do want to make it higher. So I want to make it like double the height. I hear a Nathan coming down the stairs. Hello? Hello. I was just filming the outro. Do you wanna come stand in the halo light of that lamp?
Wait.
Bless you. That's what I've been hearing for... Huh?
Every minute of the day.
Basically. He's been sneezing away. I've been sneezing a bit too. I don't know if you can hear that I'm getting a bit of a cold as well. Do you want to be in the video or?
No, not today.
You're not gonna see him. So I will just end it here. That's gonna be it for today. We will see you tomorrow.